Alright. Welcome, boys and girls, to the nymphomaniac lesbian... No, there are other sites for that. This is Call of Cthulhu. Dark corners of the earth. Yeah. So it's Bethesda, one of the previous games. It's somewhat old this game, when they weren't so famous for Skyrim and Oblivion, the whole old Elder Scroll series, or the Fallout stuff. Yeah, this was before that. I think Morrowind was out, but it wasn't that huge. I mean, I like the game, of course. I'm a huge fan of the whole Elder Scroll series, as far as I know it, which is Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim, of course. But that's not what we are here for. We're here for some horrors from the deep sea. Horror, the true horror that paralyzes the mind and sears it with nightmares. I don't get the rest. I hope you got it. Yeah, Call of Cthulhu. Ooh, this is going to get deep. I already know that there will be a bug in level 7 something. I don't know, I have installed this game like on 3 or 4 different computers so far, and maybe it's a European version, I don't know what causes it, but I always get a game-breaking bug here, and yeah, we'll have to see how to deal with that later. There is always the option to skip a level by console command. I don't want to do that, but yeah, we will see when we reach that point. So this game is quite buggy in general, so there might be another game breaking bug later on. This you gotta be somewhat lucky. It doesn't occur that often. Yeah, we'll have to see about that one too. So, all right, let's check the options for a second here. Keys. Yeah, you got the usual stuff, and okay, X is backwards. Crouch is C, jump is space, sneak is shift, lean left, alright, action is S, inventory I, quick heal H, skip scene is back. Oh, this one is important, I've got to remember that. Backspace. Reload, of course, is R, and hide weapons is Z. Alright, so much for that. Sneak mode, aim, mouse sensitivity. We'll have to try it out first. So yeah, we haven't any of those so far. Subtitles on. Let's leave it at there. That's that, and let's start a new game on, well, since I haven't played it on this computer, I can choose those 2 options, so let's stick with private, PI.
See, my last case opened in me a new fear, a real fear, a fear of myself, of what I am, and of what I've always been. All that I was is now lost. Hope, purpose, pleasure, all meaningless. I now walk in the shadows between worlds, and it is there I have finally glimpsed upon what lives in the dark corners of the earth.
Corners of the earth. Yeah, I won't probably save that often. I'm trying to save as less as possible, so let's hope I can do this.
Robert, this had better be good. What's the beef?
Sorry, Jack. We had to call. This fellow will only talk to you. Name's Victor Holt.
Don't know any. Victor?
He's the leader of this weird cult that moved in here a few months back. Got about 20 followers. They've been causing trouble all over town. Stealing, going through folks' trash, hanging around outside people's homes at all hours. No one ever presses charges, though. They're a screwy bunch. They've got the locals scared. So tonight, we were just passing, you know, doing the normal rounds, when we heard gunshots fired from their property.
Gunshots? Hang on there. No one said anything about gunshots. Who have we got out here?
Just me, Nichols, and a few new recruits.
Well, that's just great. Lead the way, Robert. I better check out this crazy gang of yours.
So, somebody has already looked out through the window there.
Come on, Jack. We haven't got time to hang around.
This is sneaky mode. This is crouch. And the thing I really love about that game, I know most people will probably hate it if they play it the first time. It's like you ain't got a weapon for a very long time. I just love that.
It's taking him so long. Something must be wrong.
I think I saw him with Officer Armstrong. Just take it easy.
We're wide open here.
It's okay. I've got you covered. I don't like this.
They're all scared.
Something's not right.
Something's not right. Nothing's right about this.
Evening, Jack. Glad you could join the freak show.
How's it looking, Henry?
I don't like this one bit, Jack. Check the alley on the right. Victor Holt's over there in the shadows. He's waiting for you.
Can we trust him?
Nope, but we've got you covered. You better take it slowly, though. They're a bit twitchy.
Try to stay calm.
You better hurry, Jack.
So what now? Slowly or not? Die, you pathetic bastards. Alright, so this was the first glimpse of the freak out mode. You kinda get all shaky vision, blurry vision, if you're afraid of something. If you're looking at dead people, or if the place is scary somehow, you know. That's yeah, like in the RPG, which is maybe known by some of you, it's all about sanity loss. It's a huge part of the whole Cthulhu thing. Well, the one thing is the horror. The other thing is insanity. So let's check this place out.
Oh, shit.
First one shot, he's dead.
It looks like an eye, but the rest of the painting has no real shape. This blasphemous image makes me feel uneasy.
It's all about tentacles, huh? Tentacles and slimy stuff and mouse and morphing bodies.
A powerful painting of some cosmic horror.
Cosmic horror. And it's powerful. So here we'll... No, not yet. Not yet. Let's have a look at that.
As I continue to translate the narcotic fragments, I become more and more eager to contact my Yithian masters. These beings truly are gods to us. Their intellect and knowledge surpasses ours in ways impossible to comprehend. I know now just how insignificant mankind is in the universe, a doomed and simple species thrown up as a side effect of an experiment by the elder things. It is a blessing that such flawed creatures as ourselves have such a short and limited future.
Yeah, so this is also what Cthulhu is about, like downgrading humans. There are just a glimpse in the history of the universe, just a spark, some minor detail that they really get put at their place in the whole Cthulhu universe. So you have picked up your first journal item. Select the book icon in the interface to study your journal. It may reveal vital clues. When the book icon is grayed out, there are no new entries to read. Ah yeah, by the way, I'm German, so this maybe will explain some difficulties I have and you may have when I talk English.
That's an unusual design.
Yeah, so he was talking about a certain alien race.
A depiction of some alien creature.
And here we see an alien creature. And I think, well, no, I'm not going to comment on that yet. So let's check our books. My journal. Game time. So we don't have any health items. Here you can zoom and look at the pretty Harvey Walters. It's also a very typical name for all the Lovecraft stories. Yeah, so here you can heal yourself if necessary. Rats. Yeah, you gotta have rats.
It's too dark to be sure, But that rotting smell tells me these shelves are used for storing food. It's an old stove.
So they're shooting like maniacs, and we still don't have a weapon and have to stumble through the dark here in that house. That's fun, huh? Would you do that? I don't think so.
It's locked.
Yeah. We're going to read that a lot.
That symbol's strange. Looks almost like a flaming eye. I should take a closer look.
Yeah. This is... yeah, let's look at that flaming eye. It's a save game feature. But we're not going to save yet.
It's locked.
Yeah. See? Told you. So it's all barricaded here. Let's go up then. What's going on here?
The wood in those shelves looks rotten. It figures they collapse. The shelves have collapsed and spilled books all over the floor.
The rat downstairs. That's a nice sound, huh?
It won't open. It won't open.
It won't open.
It won't open.
It won't open.
It's been boarded up.
So, what's going on here? Someone dying, some hellish thing dangling. It's like Hellraiser. Dangling from the ceiling there. Oh no, it's just a lamp. A weird lamp that has been, I don't know, cut off or something.
Empty ammo boxes and spent shells.
Yeah, it's me. So this man who has carved a bunch of shit on his skin, he knows me somehow.
I don't get it.
Yeah, another room full of empty shelves. Yeah. What's here? Another dead body. More dead bodies.
Poisoning by the looks of it.
Look at that. He has like a chain around his neck. So, yeah, so we're getting a little freak out. Wetting our pants here.
He's dead. They're all dead. I can't open it. I can't open it. Suicide. Or rather, mass suicide. These nuts had some serious issues.
This simulates real life very well, I think. If you look away, it gets better, you know. And the longer you stare at it, the more insane you get.
Nothing of interest. A diary. This will make interesting reading.
So, yeah, we have read that. And so, yeah, I have seen other Let's Plays, and they like to skip this part and sum it up. Me, I don't like that. So choose wisely if you really want to stick with this Let's Play, because I'm going to read it. Diary of a Cult Member, August 20, 1915. We have been watching him for 2 months. I can feel my anticipation growing as the day of contact draws near. Victor has not yet divulged his final plan for bringing Mr. Walters to us. All I now know is that we must succeed. August 24th. The sermon today was inspiring. Victor enlightened us with the story of the great race, transcending the bounds of time to visit his dreams. So these alien guys are visiting him like in his dreams. Of the conscious things on this earth and in the ocean depths, we are but servants to a greater design. I can only hope that my faith during these last days will win me favor when our masters step through the gate. Alright, so they're coming to visit us here, huh? Let's hope they're friendly then. Well, he calls them masters, so might be not so good. The experiments below have claimed... so there's something going on below in the house. Have claimed one more of our order. Another volunteer is needed, but many are willing. Typical cult mentality. We are truly blessed through our faithful service. Now that his coming grows so close. Oh, so that's the big one coming. The preparations are complete and Victor's plan is in motion. He will arrive soon. Oh no, wait. He's coming. So there's not a big alien that's coming. That they are talking, of course, about me. September 3rd. The preparations are complete and Victor's plan is in motion. He will arrive soon. Surely by now he must suspect his true nature, or at least question the nature of his gifts. So if they're still talking about me, they know of something that I don't know about me, myself, my true nature, and I ought to have certain gifts that I don't know about. He has come, September 6th. Finally it begins. And that would be today. So we can be pretty sure they're talking about me. So more freak out, of course. No, Harvey Walters doesn't like that shit.
I can't open it. He's dead. They're all dead.
Oh, there's this one shooting out of the window. Cutscene. Nice tattoo.
Don't shoot. I'm unarmed.
We've been expecting you, Mr. Walters.
Oh well, that was quick. Yo. He better had not taken his guard down. Look, he's bleeding out of the head.
He recognized me, and it sounds like he was going down the level of what's going on in this joint.
That's nasty. So this is the room from before. Hello.
I better keep a distance from the window, or I'll end up like this nut job.
There's a key.
He's dead. Looks like a bad case of lead poisoning.
I like that. Very common. Lead poisoning.
A key. This should help downstairs.
Yeah, you've picked up an inventory item. Open the interface to view this item. And its description. Highlight the item and click on it to use it with a character, an object, or even by itself. So I hope this is another thing, that the game doesn't just crash. This might occur, and this would really be a bad thing. if you're trying to do this with as less
It's
safe as possible. Saves. So a copper key with an S engraved on the head.
The key doesn't fit.
What does the S stand for? Sucker?
It's unlocked.
There you go. Funny stuff now.
I don't understand. I mean, all of these photos. All of them. There must be some kind of mistake. Why would they want...
Look how he's freaking out.
It must be an old case. Something I've forgotten. Some screwball with a grudge, maybe. Think. I gotta think.
I love that. He's freaked out by photos, not by some evil, brutal monster. This is awesome.
What a nut house. The walls have been covered with glyphs.
Though I have to say, so this is all on all photos. This is me, P.I. Walters. Sometimes the voice doesn't fit when he's freaked out. His vision is all blurry and stuff, but his voice is still totally calm, and this is of course pretty unfitting. So, but nevertheless, they still tried, and at least at this point, I think they have done far better than many other games I know of. Horror games.
All these photos and clippings are of me. I just don't get it.
They sure seem to love Harvey Walters. Or was it Jack Walters? I don't get it. I think Harvey Walters is from the real RPG. So yeah, Jack Walters. They are always Walters.
Another key. This should fit the door across the hall.
And more photos. And newspaper articles. Yup, I guess that was it. Oh wait, we need to go here now.
It's unlocked.
More moaning?
For nutcases, they seem quite literate.
Yeah, that's another thing about Cthulhu.
These books are really old, and most of them are in strange languages I don't understand.
They sure love those books.
I don't have time to read. I'm a detective, not a
Yeah, well, that would be interesting to read all of them. He would be crazy at the end
I
of
don't
it.
have time to read. I'm a detective, not a pen pusher.
You sure?
It appears to be a private study area. It appears to be a private study area. It appears to be a private study
Yeah, we
area.
got that now.
The drawer holds an ancient manuscript. The symbols on the front seem to be written in classical Greek.
Classical Greek. Is that some old stuff? Yeah, well, this is our diary. Ah, we haven't read that. So, as you can see, it really is September 6th, 1915, a local disturbance evening. I guess I'm becoming a victim of my own success. After closing the last 5 cases so far, as the papers have been calling me the local hero, but I just had a run of lucky hunches, that's all. I'm just another cop doing his job. So there's a disturbance at the local residence. It's probably just a bunch of kids hopped up on moonshine. Why call in a detective? Maybe the uniform boys are sore at being out in this weather and they want to share the joy with a local hero. It wouldn't be the first good-natured prank I've had to take since those newspaper reports. I don't know though. Something doesn't feel right. It's more than just a regular bad feeling. It's hard to explain, but it's strong. So maybe this has also to do with this special nature of his, which those cultists believe to have seen in him. I'm probably just tired. Those dreams don't help. I can't remember when I last got a good night's sleep. So he has trouble sleeping. And remember that the cultist, the leader, nutcase, said he like he communicates with those aliens in his sleep, right? So must be a month at least. Right about the time I started my run of lucky hunches. Ah, that's a coincidence. I bet that has nothing to do with it. The dreams have been getting worse lately. I'm almost afraid to close my eyes. Bourbon helped at first, but not anymore. The lack of sleep must be affecting my nerves. Well, jitters or not, I better get going. So he's already in a certain mood. The Boston Globe, 20th August 1909. Enlightened or duped? Inside Boston's strangest church. Those of our readers who live near its headquarters in an ordinary-looking Boston residence will need no introduction to the Fellowship of Youth, or whatever the cult's name is. So they were already talking about those aliens, and they called them Yeethian, right? So they have like a church for them to worship them, aliens. For those who have not encountered this mysterious semi-religious group before, a few words of explanation are necessary. Since our country's founding upon the basis of religious freedom, its shores have been home to many small religious groups outside the mainstream. No small number are headquartered in the states of New England, where the pilgrims themselves sought a new world, free of religious persecution. But the question must be asked, at what point does a religion become a cult, and its trusting adherents, not to mention its blameless neighbors, become victims? That is the question this journal poses in regard to the Fellowship of Youth. Are they a threat or not? In a months-long investigation, our intrepid reporters have diligently sought out the truth behind the so-called church. Its origins are somewhat mysterious. What a surprise. The more so, since the group's leaders declined to be interviewed or to assist our investigation in any way. So, they like to stay in the dark, secretive, I don't know the word. However, it seems that the fellowship was founded more than 20 years ago by one Victor Holt, the cult leader, based on a revelation he had received from beyond the confines of this world. Holt has not been seen for almost 6 years. His followers apparently believe that he is communing with the mysterious powers behind his face, and that he is shortly to return with new insights and teachings. So notice, this is 1909, and 6 years later, though, that would be 1915, of course, which is roughly the same date we have now. So it's 20th August. Yeah. All this sounds like a harmless, if eccentric, spiritual group, little different from many others. However, those who make their homes near to the Fellowship's headquarters tell a different, more sinister story. The adherents of this obscure sect are to be found loitering on street corners, casting menacing glances at their innocuous neighbors and frequently engaging in acts of petty crime which the local police seems powerless to prevent or redress. Strange lights, of course, you gotta have that, have been observed burning in the windows of the old house at all hours of the day and night. They change color unpredictably and cast weird, unintelligible shadows. No. Of course. Even more disturbing are the noises which have been heard to issue from within the mysterious building. They include chanting, unearthly music, and, worst of all, screams like those of lost souls in agony. This is gruesome, huh? Many of the sect's neighbors are convinced that its services include human sacrifice or similar atrocities, which we sort of can confirm, since we have seen the suicide cases there lying on the beds, on the bunk beds. Those few who dared complain to the police were told that because the house is private property and because there is no concrete evidence of any wrongdoing, the most they can do is file a noise complaint. Ha, that's funny. The horrors of Salem, the classical Salem town, being reenacted in our city more than 2 centuries on. Is this Fellowship of the Ring, no, of Yes, engaging in unspeakable and criminal acts of worship involving torture and sacrifice? Why is nothing being done to ease the fear and distress they cause to the local community? Come on. A source within the police department, speaking on the condition of anonymity, tell the Globe that the Fellowship is suspected of involvement in a number of local crimes, but so far the lack of evidence and the reluctance of nervous witnesses to come forward have thwarted any official investigation. Very well, we say. Where the police cannot or will not investigate, the Globe shall continue to act in the interests of Boston's citizens, fearlessly exposing the truth about this so-called church and its followers. Our findings will be published in these pages over the following months so that all may know the truth. Editor's note. It is with great sorrow that the Globe announces the death of reporter Howard Edelstone, who was leading the paper's investigation into the Fellowship of Yignitz now. I thought it was Yith. Yeah, we have both of them in the Cthulhu mythology. When he apparently drowned accidentally in Boston Harbor. The coroner has ruled his death a suicide. Oh, alright. Our condolences go out to his family. So this was that article. As I've said, if that's a pain in the ass for you listening to this shit, you better go and watch someone else's Let's Play. I'm sorry. Alright. Anything else here? Narcotica. So this is yeah, we have like 3 sections here. The diary, our personal stuff. This is like neutral evidence, and this is all Cthulhu thingies. And one of those is Narcotica. This manuscript looks medieval, but claims to be a translation from classical Greek of a far older work from before the time of the first humans? Alright. Before the time of first humans there were writings. Then those had to be the aliens, no? The pages are stained, faded and even burnt in some places, making reading difficult. The legible sections tell the history of unthinkable distant antiquity. Yeah, but they don't tell us what exactly. So they speak of races so strange as to be beyond human comprehension and wars fought across vast gulfs of time and space. Yeah, you know, this is always the I don't know, easy way out, the back door for all the Cthulhu horror stuff. They just say, yeah, it's so strange, and yeah, you know, you cannot even grasp it, ooh, which basically means, yeah, we should have like wrought 10,000 lines of stuff, but we were just too lazy and it would be too much work to fully, you know, write that stuff out, so we just said it's incomprehensible. Yeah, alright. So yeah, we cannot grasp the horror of those books and writings. There are concepts so utterly alien that they sound like absolute madness. Time travel, flying polyps, mental projection, great race of heath, those again, and it makes you dizzy just to read it. Alright. So I think we have read all now. And there's still some mourning going on.
It appears to be a private study area. I don't have time to...
Where does it
I'm
come
a detective,
from?
not a pen pusher.
Whoa.
There are definitely some strange sounds coming from this side of the room.
Is this a mirror? Yes, look. That's funny. You can see yourself here. Mirrors where you can see your back are always kind of spooky, aren't they? Ooh. Now what's that? A trapdoor. So the sounds are coming from there.
That did not sound good.
It still doesn't sound good. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know you're really getting hurt down there, but I gotta drink a little sip first. I'm sorry, mister, but that was necessary, since we're going to get hurt too now. What kind of sound was that? Right, we hear our heartbeat now, so let's relax a little. He is afraid that he is trapped down here now. Yep. Sliding
well, that's
down.
just swell.
Just swell. Can't go up there. Heartbeat goes faster. Stuck even more. That guy on the floor. And this thing is shaking. I don't know, like a hula dancer, shaking her hips. That guy, which got struck by a beam. Look at that shit here.
My God, there are bodies buried in the walls.
So this is how they worship their Yesian masters. That's not nice. Cracking noises. That can't be good. Look how the earth is shaking here. Look at it. It's like King Kong is near. Outside.
Medical charts on the human anatomy. This sink would be used for scrubbing up.
Yeah, so blood, dead stuff, you know, the usual shit. We don't need to inspect that. Jars.
Seems like these cabinets are used for storing chemicals and medical equipment.
This looks odd, doesn't it? Ooh. So, what has happened here is they are sort of keeping him alive and storing his organs and lungs and other stuff in those I don't know, tubes. Look, he's still moving with an open rib cage. That's some freaky shit, even without a brain, but it's still connected to him probably somehow. And you have to ask yourself, what is this stuff here everywhere, right? What's this?
I've never seen equipment like this before.
So if you want to continue here, yeah. So let's this is a panel. Let's relieve him from his suffering. This is no way to live. He's better off dead.
The crystal's still warm.
The warm crystal. You don't get to see that too often.
This tunnel feels like it's gonna collapse at any moment.
It sure does. Alright, another crystal, huh?
Ah! It's too hot to pick up.
Have we taken damage from that so far? Not. So let's take a look at that. It's a strange green crystal. It's warm and it exhibits an unusual glow. So it's used to operate those panels, that crystal, and you can't just take it out. Alright, so more crystals on the ceiling. And yeah, well, what is this place anyway? Wanna know my guess? I'll tell you later. There's a deep hole here.
Odd. It looks like it's full of mercury.
Oh, so it's not a hole, it's a liquid. Yeah, mercury, huh? What's up here?
It looks like something's been removed from it.
I bet a crystal.
What the hell is that? I wonder what it's for.
Well,
What the hell is that?
if you ask me, it's sort of a portal. A gate. Alright, then let's put in that crystal there. So we should be able to activate that panel here now. Let's see what happens. Door close. Electricity and some lightning. Portal. someone just came through or something. So this is the guy we have seen on the picture. This is one of the Yisians. And there's another one. They sure look odd. And he just went bonkers. He went nuts. 2022, so 7 years later.
It's been more than 6 years since I entered that
6.
strange house in Boston. But to me, it was just 5 months ago. Amnesia, the doctors called it. Probably brought on by acute mental stress. I remember investigating the far side of the library. There was screaming. According to the police report, they had searched the house for hours, only to find me later collapsed on the floor. When my eyes opened and I spoke, my colleagues recoiled in fear. There was something unnatural in my voice and blank gaze. They committed me to Arkham Asylum, where I was diagnosed with severe schizophrenia. As it became clear that I presented no danger to either myself or others, I was released from the asylum's care. I have learned little of my activities in the 6 years that followed. The accounts I've been able to piece together show much of my time was
Unaussprechlichen
travel
Koten.
and study. I maintain a fanatical infatuation with the occult, delving deep into volumes
unspeakable
concerning
cults.
witchcrafts and dark legends, often in languages unfamiliar to my own. When I reawakened 5 months ago, exactly 6 years after entering that house in Boston, no trace was left of what had been a secondary personality. I was myself again, or at least what I believed myself to be. Return to normal life has been a painful process. In recent days, my dreams have been plagued by cosmic landscapes, and I've become fearful of my own reflection. I am beginning to remember things from that day, more than 6 years past, that I've told in no voice.
Yeah, he drew that Yisian again.
Jack Walters.
Hello, Mr. Walters. My name's Arthur Anderson. I need your help finding a missing person.
I don't take that kind of job.
Did you get my package?
Hold on.
They always smoked at that time. Everybody. And he already threw it away in the trash. That's funny.
What exactly do you want from me, Mr. Anderson?
It's one of my store managers, you see. Brian's his name. Brian Burns. Nice lad. He disappeared recently from the First National grocery store in Innsmouth.
Innsmouth? Never heard of it.
It's a small fishing town on the coast, not far from Arkham. I'd like to see you in person before you leave.
Hold on there a minute. I didn't agree to take this... What the hell? I'll be here all day anyway.
So yeah, we got a new contract, a new client, February 6th, 1922, night. I have a new client, Mr. Arthur Anderson. Hello, Mr. Anderson. It's the Matrix. The regional manager of the First National grocery store chain. It appears that the First National grocery in Innsmouth Innsmouth was recently burglarized and its manager, one Brian Burnham, is missing. From what I've been able to gather, Burnham is something of a young rogue. A friend of the family, Mr. Anderson, gave him the job as a favor. Burnham is looking like the prime suspect for the robbery. But there are a few things that don't add up. Not to Anderson and not to me. For instance, why would Burnham force an entry into the store when he had a full set of keys, free access to the cash register, and the combination to the back office safe? To misdirect any investigation? If that was his plan, why did he disappear? Following my conversation with Mr. Anderson, I found out what I could about the ancient town of Innsmouth. So it's ancient. 1 second. Yeah, alright. Just adjusted the mic. For generations, the crumbling seaport and its people have been shunned by neighboring communities. For generations even. Outsiders are unwelcome there, and there are superstitious tales of a strange element in the town's oldest families. They are of mixed blood, so the stories go. Yeah, mixture of what blood? Whatever that's supposed to mean. The usual Hicktown prejudice, no doubt. After making a brief visit to Innsmouth, my client came away distrustful of the local authorities. He isn't buying their line that Burnham robbed the place and wants to know what happened to him. Only one bus goes to Innsmouth, and tomorrow afternoon I'll be on it. It feels good to have a purpose after 5 months trying to break through my amnesia. I also feel a little apprehensive. Maybe it's the wild stories about the town, or maybe it's just because I haven't had a case in so long. Okay. A visit to the old town. So the game just saved on its own.
How far to the stop? Almost there. I'll drop you at the town square.
Listen to the voice.
Keeps out wanderers looking for work. We don't want those folks like that interfering with our affairs.
Is the bus from Markham always this empty?
Aye, and we prefer it that way. Not many convicts,
but what about trade? Surely the port needs business.
Innsmouth has the means to look after her own.
I like this bus. Must have been a whole different experience traveling with buses at that time. It's like more personal. You know,
end of the line.
Not 1,000 people crammed into one vehicle. Ah well, the end of the line. There it is. Arkham. So I have now control again. The mirror is broken. Arkham, Innsmouth. What's that? Newport? I don't know. Gilman Hotel, I would say. Yeah, we don't need no hotel so far. What's up?
I'm looking for Brian Burnham.
Can't help you.
Piss off. Look at those eyes. In all, the game has, like, even the main character, they all have these certain eyes. So they're somewhat different.
Do Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked
Just leave me be, stranger.
But they all have very big eyes.
Sniffing around, but they ain't wanted.
So we're not really welcome here.
Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked in the First National.
Can't let me see as I know it.
Alright. So there's the First National grocery store. Let's see what else we got here. There's a monument of some sort. A statue.
This statue commemorates the men who fought in the Revolutionary War.
Put out a fellow's smoke.
And it has no head, and it hasn't been replaced. What's up with you here?
That way's blocked by a police line.
Oh, is that so? Look at his hands here. Look at it.
Excuse me, Constable. Jack Walters.
The ropes. Alien ropes. What you want?
Could you help out a stranger to this fine port?
Are you being funny?
No, not at all. I'm after directions to the First National. I hear they have a store in town.
These men don't take too kindly to them from out of town. Get lost, stranger.
Get lost. So they all basically tell us to go fuck ourselves.
Chit-chatting to him's gonna get me no place fast. It's locked. It must lead to the back of the variety store.
Yeah, we can... Like, oh... This is a nice town, isn't it?
This town's deserted. Where is everybody?
Just leave me
Sitting
be,
in the
stranger.
corner.
It won't open.
Cozy, isn't it? Very cozy here. Lovely. So the sign reads, Esoteric Order of Dagon.
It won't open.
Those of you who have heard about the Cthulhu mythology and stuff probably have heard that name before. Dagon. Yeah, there's some stuff there, but we don't need to go there yet. Let's stay here.
It's the First National grocery store.
Yeah, we can enter there. And notice that we still don't have any weapon yet. Is the music too loud? I hope you can still understand me.
Evening, Constable.
Perfectly, I'm busy. No time for talking to strangers.
I'm Detective Jack
Busy
Walters.
standing
I've been
around.
hired by the regional manager of the First National.
And I'm Constable Burt, and I'm the law around these parts, and I'm still not talking to you. Now get lost.
What's up with that shoulders of his? Look at this.
That fellow was just stringing me along with a lot of nothing about nothing.
Yeah, nothing about nothing. So we're going to crouch and follow him a little. So there will be another safe place. But I don't want to save yet. Innsmouth, Korea.
Nothing of interest.
Yeah, nothing of interest. Yeah, we can enter
The
here,
door's bolted shut.
but we won't get very far. So there's a window there, and the room is like in that red color, and I don't want to get paranoid and stuff, but
window's smashed. I can see what looks like an old dark room.
There. It's a dark room. Okay, he just passed.
It's unlocked.
Scratch marks. Objects that can be pushed will have left scratch marks on the floor. You won't be able to move the object if the door it passes next to is open. To push an object, simply move against it in the direction of the scratch marks, which is what we are going to do now. Is that enough? Yes. Yeah. So medical boxes contain all treatments needed to patch up any injuries. You can apply treatment through the interface or quick key. Let's go to the back office. We gotta be a little quick here.
There's a bottle of bootleg rum and a wooden handle.
And you will see why very soon. You hear the music? So there is a trapdoor there, and this is a handle for it. If you don't do that quickly, you will get kicked out by this guy who enters now. Yeah, this is supposed to happen. You can't change that. If he gets you, you just have to do the whole thing again. He doesn't throw you in prison or anything.
Whoever's down there, you've been wrong.
Awesome. So we now have like a bottle of bootleg rum, some bandages, morphine, warning, narcotic, analgesic class, helps block pain but should be used with extreme caution. Yeah, game time 41. And alright, there's something. Missing entries, 1916 till 1921. I'm completely unable to recall what led to my confinement in the Arkham Asylum or what happened to the 6 years between my two visits there. They tell me I had some kind of personality change that night in Boston. So, sounds like I was possessed by some spirit or alien. They watched me for a while, decided I wasn't dangerous and let me go. After 6 years I switched back, just as mysteriously. They admitted me again, found nothing wrong, and here I am. So this happened 2 times, this switch. Among the personal effects they returned to me is a leather-bound journal. Perhaps it will tell me what I've forgotten. Looking through the journal, all I can find is my life as a police detective. There is no hint of any illness or mental strain or anything else that could explain my change of personality or the equally sudden recovery that still baffles my doctors. However, a number of pages have been torn from the journal. Who did it or why, I can't tell. Did I destroy them myself to suppress some horrific memory? That wouldn't be too uncommon in Cthulhu. Or did the asylum staff judge their contents detrimental to my treatment? Why was part of my life erased? What is it that I can't remember, and who wants it to stay forgotten? Is it a precaution to protect my sanity, or the key to something I need? Yeah, another thing. Arkham Advertiser, 6th February 1922. Yeah. Grocery store robbed. Manager missing. Thieves have robbed the First National grocery store in Innsmouth, breaking down the door and forcing open the cash register. The newly appointed manager, Mr. Brian Burnham, has been missing since shortly before the robbery. This is a very disturbing turn of events, said Mr. Arthur Anderson, First National's regional manager, from his Arkham office. This branch had only recently opened, and First National Grocery had high hopes for its success, given the general lack of modern stores and amenities in Innsmouth. The robbery is a definite setback, and more worrying still is the fact that the branch manager remains unaccounted for. Innsmouth authorities could not be reached for comment. Of course not. Of course not. Yeah, we didn't get anything new, mythological thinking. Alright, so we are now stuck in a basement. We have crashed down here from that ladder, and they have locked the trapdoor. You hear the wind chilling, and there's a hole in there, or many more holes.
I can feel the air through holes in the brickwork here. Assorted foodstuffs.
Flour.
Nothing useful.
There's
It looks like a
something.
diary. It's gotta have some clues. The ladders and stairs have collapsed. I'll never get back up.
Oh, there's another health pack. It's always useful. So basically the only thing we can do here is move that ladder here. But let me check that new diary we got now. Guess it is at general evidence. It is Diary of Brian Burnham. I like how in certain games they all, even the worst of the worst enemies, the brutal, I don't know what, slayer types, even they keep a diary. Like, dear diary, today I killed 3 people and I tortured 5 and I had a lot of fun while doing that. I don't know why that is. Anyway, let's read that. Well, I agree with the locals on one thing. I shouldn't be stuck in this miserable excuse for a town. I can see why nobody comes here, that's for sure. Another slow day at the store. At first I thought people were staying away because First National isn't local, but I haven't seen anyone go into any of the other stores either. Come to that, I haven't seen the other stores open for business. This place is deader than dead. Still, it won't be long before I'm out of here. Before we're both out of here. She's the one good thing about Innsmouth. So there's a she. We bust open the old man's weight safe, take a car, and then it's New York City, the big town. So he did want to rob someone. Old man Waits, some Mr. Wait. But it seems like, well, he has gone missing since then. Bright lights, nightlife, everything. I'll show her all of it and throw my money at her and let's burn everything and keep that thing rolling. Yes. Okay. So let's push this ladder now here.
The storage area is clutter-free and well-organized.
The music. Woo-hoo. We're free at last! Skeletons, freaking skeletons everywhere. We don't want that. Look here. This is the window we looked through before. This is a dark room. Spooky, isn't it? Dark rooms are very spooky. Look up there. You see it? There's a rope hanging from the ceiling, and there's a woman hanging from that rope. I don't want to go up there and look at it, because that would...
photos of Innsmouth. Most of them have faded beyond recognition.
That would mean sanity loss, and we don't want that. But you have seen it anyway now. Ammo pickups. Watch out for them. Ammo will always carry across to the next chapter, but the quantity you can carry for each weapon is capped as usual. The interface shows the total rounds you are carrying, including those in the gun. Yeah, and some people at other Let's Plays really got pissed at the fact that you get the ammo so far in the game, so early in the game, compared to the actual gun, or guns. But I think this is, to be honest,
the
I
old
think this
printing
is
press appears to have been sabotaged.
hilarious. They're kind of mocking you and making fun of you and say, haha, shoot if you want, use your fingers, pew pew. You can't do nothing. You're just a little tiny puny human. And this is what a Cthulhu is about, in my opinion. So it I don't know, the atmosphere is quite fitting. I like that. So we can go there. Can we go here?
It won't open.
No, it won't open. It won't open. You will hear that a lot. Trust me. Ah, this is bolted, so we can exit there. Some doors you encounter will be bolted on one side. Action the bolts to unlock or lock the door. Door bolts can come in useful when escaping from enemies. And you gotta, this is really tricky, you gotta look at it from the very right angle. So there's an excuse me, there's a newspaper truck we have been before, so there's still another room that we haven't checked out so far, and this would be the one with a freaking swinging lady.
Holy shit!
Ah, he forced me to look now, bastard. I just stepped in, look at it, 1 inch. And he already forced me to look at that shit. Man, what a waste. Anyway,
Nothing of interest here.
there's nothing of interest, and yeah, there's nothing. There's really nothing in here. Just a waste of sanity. Let's jump on that truck and get stuck, and I don't know. I really hope the game doesn't crash.
Hello, Jack.
Do I know you?
Lucas Mackey. Sorry to startle you. Innsmouth doesn't get a lot of visitors. New names spread fast. What are you doing in town, Jack? Hear about the missing Burnham boy?
Not bad. I'm a private detective. My client's a friend of the Burnhams.
Seen the latest press from Arkham? Your boy's been quite busy.
What about you, Mackie? You're obviously not a local. What's your business in town?
True enough, Jack. Nothing too exciting, I'm sorry to say. I'm a government factory inspector. They posted me in this rotten hole to check over the old Marsh refinery. Speaking of which, I've got an appointment with the manager, Jacob Marsh.
Okay. Maybe I'll catch you later.
Alright.
That's the first friendly face I've seen in this damn town. But I've been in this business long enough to know he's hiding something.
Shady character. Yeah, I won't save yet. I will continue with the game, but I have to stop the recording now for a very simple reason. That is, I have to go to the toilet, and I think you don't want to stay here waiting for me until I have done so. So, see you soon.